What is going on, Notre Dame fans? Mike Singer from Blue and Gold here with a report on Notre Dame's Junior Day with prospects arriving to South Bend. Now, it's a huge recruiting weekend for Notre Dame in the 2025 class, and there's even a 2026 prospect on campus in quarterback Brady Schmeigel, one of the best in the country of the high school sophomores. But again, mainly for the 2025 class, the prospects got in Saturday morning. Blue and Gold was just outside the football offices to capture video as these prospects and their families walked into the building. So we're going to look at some of the video there, talk to you guys about these prospects. But before we do, folks, please hit the thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content. Head over to blueandgold.com for Kyle Kelly's observations of the morning for a written article. Kyle and Jack Sobel from Blue and Gold were taking video and pictures and whatnot, and they're standing out there for an hour. So I know they would really appreciate if you watch this video and read Kyle's article, just to kind of as a thank you to their hard work this morning in those frigid temperatures. Without further ado, let's get into it. And this first video from Jack Sobel here is you have Chad Bowden, Dre Brown, and Carter Allman, all the Notre Dame recruiting office. Look at the get up there. You got the matching socks, you got the leprechaun outfit, the hat, all of it. I mean, it really is fantastic, folks. Is it a little corny? Sure. But is it fantastic at the same time? Yes. So on the right side here, that's Chad Bowden. On the far left is Dre Brown. In the middle there, Carter Allman. I believe last year was like an FBI. The coaches or these recruiting staffers were all dressed up like FBI agents as to welcome the prospects as they got in. And then this year, you have them dressed up as leprechauns. So again, is it corny? Sure. Do the prospects love it? Absolutely. And then you got to love this, folks. There's Dre Brown, and to Dre's right, you have Jerome Bettis Jr., Notre Dame legend. And then walking behind them, you have Jerome Bettis Jr., 2025 wide receiver targets for the Fighting Irish. As Jack notes in his tweet, the Irish are the heavy favorite to land him. Absolutely. So big visit this weekend for Notre Dame and Jerome Bettis. And then you've got 2025 linebacker target Nathaniel Ubang, who is the brother of former Notre Dame star linebacker, as Jack notes in his tweets here, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, someone who I believe was just Thursday night. We confirmed that Blue and Gold would be visiting. And then, of course, Nathaniel tweeted it out himself. A huge linebacker target for Notre Dame in the 2025 class. While he is JOK's younger brother, this is his first time getting up to South Bend for a visit. Notre Dame already has two 2025 linebacker commits, and Nathaniel Ubang would certainly be a player who Notre Dame would gladly welcome to the class. So big deal having this prospect on campus. And you got the man of the hour, Notre Dame quarterback commit Duce Knight, posing here with Chad Bowden. Duce Knight, the guy who is leading the Fighting Irish's class of the commits. Every recruiting cycle, you always have that one commit who's leading the charge. And for this cycle, it's definitely Duce Knight, who picked Notre Dame back in September. There was no way he was going to miss this recruiting visit. Here's Duce Knight rocking I love the hoodie, love the beanie. Duce Knight pictured here with Chad Bowden, Notre Dame's director of recruiting. A prospect who was a late addition to the visit list was Talon Taylor. You guys see the weather. It's cold. It's snowing, but Taylor made it to campus with a couple buddies. Again, someone who was a addition to the visit list on Friday when Kyle Kelly and I did our recruiting show Friday afternoon. Talon Taylor, to our knowledge, was not visiting yet. Mike Brown went to his high school. New NCAA rules allow for prospects in the 2025 class to have kind of sit down, in-depth conversations when the coaches visit the school. So they were able to set up this visit. Taylor is not with any family, but again, he's here. Big visit. A top 2025 wide receiver target for the Fighting Irish on campus. Chicagoland player. Big deal to get Notre Dame to have Taylor back on campus. And then two prospects walking up here. You got Dallas Golden is there in the beanie from Tampa Berkeley Prep. Cornerback target for the Fighting Irish, top 100 overall player. Really big visit, and he's standing next to Joseph Reif, defensive lineman from Chicago, and then leading them in is, of course, Dre Brown in the leprechaun outfit. So Dallas Golden, someone who, again, big target for the Irish, has been to campus now 3 times. Notre Dame offered him back in the summer of 2022 when he was still a sophomore in high school, just to show like how before his sophomore year of high school. He was still a freshman in July of 2022, and now he's going into his senior year of high school. To put this in perspective, when Notre Dame offered Dallas Golden, Keon Keeley was still committed to Notre Dame. That was a long time ago. So Golden, third visit to Notre Dame, if I recall correctly. And I believe that Notre Dame's the team to beat here. But, I mean, he's got many of the big offers that you could possibly get, and has picked up a few more this week. But could Notre Dame be closing on Dallas Golden? That'll remain to be seen. But with a last name like that, Dallas Golden, I mean, that sounds good for Notre Dame, right? Walking in here is Elijah Burrus from New Jersey, a player that Notre Dame just offered on January 11th, the son of former Super Bowl champion and New York Giants wide receiver Plexico Burrus, making it up to campus, again, not long after picking up an offer from the Irish. Notre Dame does not have a 2025 wide receiver commit just yet, but what a big weekend this is for Notre Dame receiver recruiting with Burrus on campus. Jerome Bettis Jr., who we just talked about, Talon Taylor, who we talked about, and then Sean Terry from Ohio picking up an offer from Notre Dame. So that's 4 offered targets on campus this weekend. Burrus is definitely a name to know. Here's another commit walking in with Carter Rahman leading it. It's Chris Burgess, who I believe this is his 7th time getting up to campus. 4-star edge from Chicago. Simeon the Irish beat out Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, and a handful of others to land Burgess. Definitely good to get Burgess back on campus. That's it for video. In terms of just some pictures, you have Damen Shanklin here, 4-star edge from Indy Warren Central. Monster Notre Dame target. The Irish have 4 defensive linemen committed. They badly want Damen Shanklin to join the fold. Pictured here is Mark Zachary, another big-time Indy prospect, huge Irish target. He's from Ben Davis High School. I think Notre Dame has pulled ahead in this recruitment, and if all goes well for the Irish, you gotta love where Notre Dame stands. We'll be keeping a close eye on Mark Zachary again, folks. Big visit here. Last prospect we're going to mention right here, and again, there's other targets, but this is just who we're going to talk about for the sake of time. But Owen Streb, from Catholic Memorial up in Wisconsin, made it to campus. Look, I know the temperatures are freezing, but you gotta love, he's just rocking a hoodie. He looks warm as can be. I mean, heck, he headed down south for some good weather. Half joking here, but in all seriousness, Owen Streb on campus, been to Notre Dame more than any other school, did just visit Wisconsin last weekend. So an important trip here for the Fighting Irish to make sure that they have a good lead in this recruitment. So that's the quick rundown of players who got to Notre Dame on Saturday morning. Again, more observations posted at blueandgold.com, and we'll have stories on Sunday and throughout the week to recap how the visits went with the individual prospects, as well as intel on what me and Kyle Kelly are hearing. So make sure you head to blueandgold.com. Our offer for you guys is $1 for 2 months when you use the promo code UND1. So please check that out over at blueandgold.com. That's going to do it for this video, folks. Again, please hit that thumbs up, and as always, we will catch you next time.